and expect to keep the results. Or anything, any distance away from the toilet. I don't know. I mean, I mean, seriously, you have to have the next big, hairy goal waiting for you and have that in your mind. Because you have to be driving. Guys, we're conquerors. Talking to the men here. We're meant to be conquerors. We're meant to go around, beat things over the head with a club, go drag it back to our cave and beat our chest, that type of stuff. All right? That's what we're here to do. And we have to conquer. We always have to conquer. And I'm going to speak with transparency and say that when I reached 15 star, and when I got in the Millionaires Club, and I hit those goals that I had, I thought it was time to coast for a little bit, take a breath. And I also saw a change in my business because of that. And so I just want to caution you when he comes up and he puts up, show people how to create their short-term and long-term goals. Have them give you their short-term and long-term goals. Write those down, and then always keep reminding them and asking them, what's next? What's next? What's next? Well, I'm happy. I'm going to be happy. No, you're never happy. What's next? What's next? What's next? And you'll be happy when you are financially free. You'll be happy when you're free of that excess fat and weight and you have a clean bill of health. You'll be free when you break the trend of obesity in your house and your kids look up to you. You'll be happy when that happens. But right now, ain't time to be happy. Get the next goal going. I just want to drive that home. Sorry.
So remember, we talk about this is a business where you're the CEO. So you have to treat your business like a business. Now, you can become a diamond in 2 days. You can become a diamond in a week. You can become a diamond in a month. And if you just have 8 personally sponsored and you have 2 emeralds, how are you doing? How many would rather have rank, or how many would rather cap out a level? Let's say cap out a level, raise your hands. So, what does that mean is, if you're a diamond, you can max out at $2,000 a week. So, the activities that we're showing, we're talking about duplication, is you have to build in a way that causes volume more than just rank. Because if you're an emerald and you're not making $250 a week, you know what? Because you need to go through, granted, if you're doing it in 72 hours, you're growing and that's going to happen. But I'm talking about after 3 to 6 months, you want to do the right activities that drive volume. Because in this industry, in this binary system that we're talking about, you have to drive volume for you to make your dreams come true. And by you making your dreams come true, you have to help many individuals having their dreams come true, because you're going to help them achieve their dreams. So when we're talking about treating your business like a business, you got to change that mindset and show other people the same thing and have those conversations with that person so that you know exactly where you want to be in 6 months, how many personally sponsored coaches you need, and driving in depth, and how many people they need to bring in so that you can achieve those numbers. So again, treat your business like a business. And we're going to come to that at the very end. I'll show you what you need to do. Again, I know we talked a little bit about that. I know,
it's all good.
Like, we have to educate ourselves and invest in ourselves, and they talked about that in the general session. So again, treating your business like a business, investing in yourself allows you to grow with your business and become a leader. And when you're stepping into a leader role, people start noticing you and they want to follow you, and that's the key to success. Okay.
So I mean, once you've got to this point, you basically duplicated yourself, okay? And that's what you want. You want a lot of people like yourself, if you're doing the right things and you're building your business the right way and you're taking the steps to create a large business, large amounts of volumes. If you're doing that, you want a lot of views, okay? So one of the things that, and once you've done that, you basically mastered. You've shown your coaches what it takes to master the skills that they need to grow their businesses. And I haven't mastered this remote control yet. There we go. So they've demonstrated the ability to do 3-way calls because they listened to you enough. They've heard what you say. They've heard your, how you respond to that question of, is this a pyramid scheme? Or they've heard you, answer the question of, really how can I take advantage and start making money right away? Or how's this really going to help me? They've heard how you answer those questions with confidence. They've heard how you speak in the tones. You know, there is a way that you can learn from the tone of somebody's voice and the inflection of their voice. I listen to, Danny Johnson. I've listened to Anthony Robbins. I've listened to a bunch of different speakers, and the way that I talk is from listening to them talk. And so, that's one of the things about it is you are listening to that. And now, since you've done it, you've learned from them, you can teach your people how to do the same. You're modeling to your folks and mentoring them. You can lead presentations. You can get up in front of a group of people because you've mastered the steps. You've watched your coach, and now your coaches are watching you. So now they can go out and they can lead presentations to live events and webinars to people all across the country and do it with confidence because they know what they're talking about. And they can teach what you taught them, so now they can create little limbs, which are little yous. Okay? So, that's one of the things that you really, the biggest high in this business, guys, again, it's like I said, it's not when you know everything and you have it all in, but whenever you're able to go out and share it with everybody else and watch their lives change. And that's what you want to do. And when you can teach somebody something, and they can turn around, and you watch them, and you can see that they can teach other people, that's when this thing is working. And that's what freedom is. Because I promise the last thing you want to be doing is spending 24 hours on the phone doing three-way calls. You want to teach your people how to do it so you don't have to do it all. Because freedom is being able to turn off your cell phone and go to your kids' baseball games. Or go have dinner with your wife and talk about Beachbody too loud so people ask you about it. And, that's freedom. And so that's what you want to do. And growth occurs when everybody's teaching everybody to do the same thing. And then whenever you feel comfortable that people are doing what you taught them to do. That's when growth occurs. So you got to make sure that you're doing the right things and teaching people the right things. And part of that is being a leader. And I know we always talk about that, but guys, this company needs more leadership. We have fantastic leaders throughout this thing. You'll see them on stage, you'll see them walk through the halls, they'll have the long ribbons on, all that other stuff. But true leadership is leading people in the direction that's going to improve their lives. And like one of the things I love about the movie Braveheart and why I wanted to put these in here is that if you got to be able to give a vision, to propel a vision, to speak vision into people's lives, so that they will run ahead in the same direction that you're going. That's what a leader does. A leader's able to articulate that. And the leader's able to get people all going in the same direction. William Wallace gets in front of everybody and he brings all these people come in, different factions from all around the countryside that have never really gotten along too well. But they went against a bigger army. And they all ran in the same direction with the same thing in mind. We're going to win. And that's what you have to do as a leader. And you have to get people going the same track. One of the things that Melissa and I were very blessed to do is in January, we were out in Tampa. We were attending an event out there. And right outside our hotel was a river. And they had some NCAA rowing championships. So we got to go out there. And I've never really seen people really do like competitive rowing. It was a trip. You could have water skied behind those guys. And they were like, row, row. And they were all going the same direction, same speed. You watch the pitch of their paddles. Everything flips up all at once, and it goes back in the water. They all create the same weight because the paddle hits the water at the same time. And they're going, and they're hauling butt across the top of the water. Well, what happens if one of those guys gets out of the way? Or what if he starts going backwards? It goes to hell in a handbasket pretty quickly, doesn't it? Well, that's what happens in your business, too. That's what happens in life. So you got to make sure that everybody's on the same track, doing the same thing, going in the same direction. You as a leader have to speak vision in their life so that they will do that and follow your lead. Okay? And when you have a higher level coaches helping with training, when you have your leaders, when you have people that you've identified and actually identified themselves to be leaders, helping do this, guys, you will have a business that is in fuego. Alright? That is, and you know that you have done what you're supposed to be doing. And if you want to lead 1,000 coaches, if you want to lead 10,000 or 100,000 coaches, if you want to do that, you have to be able to lead one the correct way. And with knowledge, and that's one of the reasons why we're sitting in this room right now, why we're at Summit right now, is you're getting the knowledge of what it takes to be a successful business owner, to be a successful Team Beachbody coach. And with that knowledge and what you're learning right now, that's going to create confidence. And in what you are representing. Guys, how many of you are so passionate, believe so much in Team Beachbody and what you're representing right now? Come on, wow, how many really believe? You know that you have the opportunity to change people's lives. This is one of the companies that there are very, very, very few companies out there that you can actually believe what you're representing. That you can create significance while you're creating wealth. And that you can be passionate about what you're representing and have the knowledge. And when you do that, you should be confident to go out and talk to anybody. Nothing should be able to stand in your way. You should exude. This man that I'm standing right here, this guy's one of the most confident people that I know. He exudes confidence. You can see the way he holds himself and the way he walks into a room. Swaggers. No, but think about it. You know why? Because he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what it takes to be successful. He has the knowledge. And it makes him confident. He's not cocky, he's not arrogant. He's confident. But it's because he knows he's done his homework and he will research anything to get to know what it is so that he can share it with other people and create people just like him. And that's why, you know, and speaking of confidence, I mean, I would say that probably, and I think he would say it's probably one of the biggest thing that is attributed to success, wouldn't you?
Just believe in yourself. Because remember, when you look in that mirror and you go to work every single day, you know you're going to change somebody's lives. So you should be confident that you're representing one of the best companies out there, so why wouldn't you? So that's one of the things that you want to do. Everybody in here, we're giving you the knowledge base of what you need to do to be confident. Now you just got to do is you have to apply.
Absolutely. And guys, here's the deal. Don't ever beg anybody to be your coach in your business. I've done that before. How many have begged and pleaded for somebody to join? And have they ever done a daggone thing in your business? No. If you gotta beg them to join, you gotta beg them to work. You gotta beg them to work, you gotta beg them to buy, to get on Home Direct, you gotta beg them to get active all the time. And they're a stinking headache month after month or week after week. You know, it's not, you know what? We're not in the convincing business, we're not in the begging business, guys. Again, this thing that you hold in your hand, this thing called the Team Beachbody Coaching Opportunity, this is a gift. This is a gift. And if you don't believe that, you need to really do some serious soul searching. But this is a gift that you hold in your hand. How many people's life has been changed just a little bit because you've been able to lose some weight? You know, that person there, I talked to people yesterday, lost 158 pounds. That guy's life has changed. That saved Beachbody, he's probably saved his life. You know, how many people here have been able to pay off debt that they would have never been able to pay off because of Team Beachbody? That's a marriage saved. That may be even a life saved. This is a gift, and you have to believe it with every ounce of your being that you have a gift that you can give to people. And if you ever have to beg somebody to take your gift, take the stinking gift away and go give it to somebody else.
Okay, I'm going to talk about two concepts, and this is what gets me excited. This is what got me excited when I first got into this. Because I knew if I applied these principles, this could happen, and in reality, anybody can do this. So I'm going to talk about two different strategies. Number one is retail sales, and one of them is building an organization. So, and what you want to do is, if I can tell you, by just doing one activity a month, just one simple activity a month, and you're bringing in people in the same direction, same time, what can happen in a year? We talk about being here a year from now. So, remember, first thing you have to do, we talked about this, is being on Home Direct Shakeology. And once you do that, now what you're going to do is you're going to tell other people that you bring in. So, today, you sign up one customer. On Shakeology, you make a $30 commission, right? That first month, you got $30. Doesn't seem like a lot of money, but again, it's $30. You're helping, you're changing somebody's life. Month two, same thing happens. You paid $60 total, $60 for that month, $90 total. And if you continue to break that down, what's going to happen a year from now? In 12 months, if those individuals are staying on Shakeology, you have a residual retail commission of $360 a month, and you're making, for the year, you made $2,340. Now, what does that do? It allows you to come to Summit next year, to bring somebody with you. You have extra money to stay wherever you want to stay, eat wherever you want to eat, by you just doing a simple activity. Now again, this is great, but what I focused on, I wanted to build an organization so that my income never does this. I wanted my income to continue to do this and never go down. And that's where the power of one comes in when it comes to building a team, and I just talked about that. But let's talk about personal enrollments. This is going to blow your mind if you haven't seen this before. I just signed somebody up this month. I got that person in. I told him he needed to be on home direct Shakeology. And remember, I'm not talking about challenge packs, because challenge packs you make more money. I'm not talking about anything else, just strictly Shakeology. And again, one coach a month. You bring in that coach. You teach that coach. Every single process that we talked about, they're going to be a better coach, they're going to be able to duplicate it, they're going to do the same thing. What happens in month 2? Now again, you're like, man, you're not going to be a millionaire. Well, what's going on after month 3? And remember, you put somebody on your left and you put somebody on your right, and you're building this thing equally. And what's going to continue to happen?
You taught them to do the same exact thing.
Every single person doing the same thing. Now, at month 8, you've just developed your first diamond. So you're one star diamond. You have 23,000 volume points. So if you keep it balanced, you have 10,000 on one or 11,000 on one and 11,000 on the other. You are a 1-star diamond, and you're generating that volume. Now look what happens in month 9. Now you're a 2-star diamond. From here on out, you're developing diamonds, because everybody's doing the same activities, right? And you continue to sponsor coaches. You're on month 9. That means you got 9 persons. 9 persons, that's it. But you're teaching everybody to do the same thing. Look what happens at month 10. And the numbers continue to be staggering. At month 12, you're a 6, 7, 8-star diamond. You have 360,000 volume points. What happens if you break it down? Look what is happening. How much money you could be making. And I know many of you go to some of these seminars and somebody tells you, oh, you know what, if you do this, this is what can happen. But then let's break it down to only 50% and look where you can be. And then they say, you know what, even break it down even more. How about just 10% of what we just talked about? But did I say anything that is outrageous? I just said one coach a month. That's it. And if you teach the same thing, the same principles over and over and over, that's the volume that you could be having. And I tell people, I never teach anything that's not duplicatable, and I never teach anything that I haven't done. That's what I did when I first got in here. So now, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because all you're doing is just helping one person at a time, changing one life at a time, and you pushing this business like you've never pushed it before, because I guarantee you, once you build things like this, you've developed a huge organization, and your income is going to continue to grow. Why? Because I don't even want to show you on 13, but the people that are making money, they're never going to quit. They're never going to look at anything else. They're going to see that money continue to come in over and over and over. They're going to be excited. They're going to be teaching. And if everybody's teaching that over and over and over again, you have exponential growth.
And this is just with one, guys. Think about that. We talked about being a part of Success Club, and being part of Success Club is signing up one coach. What if you signed up 2 coaches in that month to be part of Success Club? And taught your folks to do the same thing. It's ridiculous. I mean, and the numbers are staggering, and they're not pie-in-the-sky numbers. Now, not everybody is going to go and do 1 coach a month, but I bet you could teach if you surround yourself with like-minded people and the people that you want to be driving this business. They're going to be able to get 1 a month. It's a doable process, an absolutely doable process, because he is living proof that it works.
And if that person can't sign up somebody's going to sign up too, because they're not going to wait. Somebody's going to sign up 3. Some are going to sign up 5. So right now, if you have a team of 10 people right now, if you make that commitment and you're financially connected, you guys can drive some tremendous volume together by making that commitment. So if I were you, I would get on the phone with your top 10 leaders or 3 leaders or 5 leaders, or if you're just brand new and you're saying, well, you know, again, this is not relying on anybody else. If you're getting spillover from people that are placing people in your organization, that's just icing on the cake. I'm talking about you doing this on your own. That is something that, even if you're half of that next year, coming to Summit, your business, you have a thriving business.
Now, the question is, well, who should I prospect? Everybody. No, seriously. Think about it. Who do you want to be big business builders? I mean, you are now a business owner, and you want a successful business. Now, let me ask you, when Carl Deichel was looking for the top people, looking for somebody to help grow his network and take this thing to the next level to make it, to turn it into $1 billion company, do you think he just went out and just tried to find some fly-by-night somebody that had a decent resume? Or do you think he wanted to go out and find the best and the best and find somebody like Brett Blake and Jeff Hill and those guys? He wanted the best of the best. And he didn't settle for second best. And that's what you want to do. So if you want to find leaders, people that are going to come in and that are going to be able to take this type of thing and really run with it, you're going to find people who have already been entrepreneurs, real estate, people who are in real estate, people who have businesses like chiropractic businesses, sales, anybody in sales and marketing, trainers, anybody with a large sphere of influence, stay-at-home moms have a huge sphere of influence, church group leaders, you name it. They have a huge sphere of influence. They have a heart for helping people, and then the other business people have a heart for making money. And both of them work very well in this business. And so you can, and trainers have to trade an hour for $1, and unfortunately it doesn't work in their favor a lot of times. They make less than minimum wage for the hour they work. So definitely talk to him. But those are the folks that you have to have confidence, have to have belief in what you're doing, that you can go out and talk to anybody about this. But I want to let you know, don't sweat the small stuff. There's going to be things that are going to come up in this business, but I want you to remember you're in this for the long haul. Now, one of the things we talked about at the beginning of the session was commit to being here a year from now. And God bless this woman right over here who was trying to keep up with how fast I talk. Give her a big hand. She is awesome. It's that forget a year. You should be here 5 years from now. You should be here 10 years from now. Guys, this is a legacy opportunity right now. You have the opportunity to create generational wealth. I am now planning positions in my business for my kids and even my grandkids. That's how far out I'm looking at this thing for. You should be doing the same thing. So don't even think about a year from now. You think about, okay, where am I going to be in the next 5 years? I'm going to be up on a stage teaching 1,000 people, which is what we did last session, teaching 1,000 people about something. That's what I'm doing. That's what you should be thinking about now. Be in it for the long haul. And know that, man, things are going to happen. Oh my goodness, can I tell you some of the things that happened when we first started this thing? All right? Orders didn't ship out. They went to the wrong place. People get placed in the wrong position or in the wrong organization all the time. Stuff came in, the boxes were busted open. Somebody ordered the P90X, they got Yoga Booty Ballet. And kept it, no, I'm kidding. Shakeology's coming out. It's coming out next week. No, we meant the next week. No, we meant the next week. No, wait, we meant the next week. Oh, in the back office, yeah, that's coming out 3 years from now. Am I right? They come along, but guess what? It's all good. You know, you got the right people driving the ship. You know, I go to sleep at night very comfortable because I know that this company is safe. You have amazing leaders in Carl Deichler, John Conklin, Brett Blake, Jeff Hill, Michael Neiman, and the list goes on and on and on. You have the top-notch people that are building this company, doing the right things for you. And just know that, you know what? They're going to stumble sometimes. That's all right. 5-year-olds still pee the bed sometimes. You just got to go, it's okay, change the sheets, and get on with it. And they do that. So just know it's all good, and don't sweat the small stuff. Because what you do and what you allow to affect your attitude affects everybody else around you. And if you start grumbling about something, about, well, they said Body Beast is going to come out, you know, next week, and it's like a month. Or that new flavor Shakeology, that vegan chocolate is $7.50 more. Now what's up with that? Now I'm going to pay $90, you know. If you start grumbling about that, everybody else is going to feel that too. What you do for your attitude affects your business. So I want to get in my pulpit real quick and say, what you put in here is what comes out of here. And if you're sitting there constantly feeding your mind crap, if you're watching the news, if you're reading the newspaper, if you're putting that, I mean, how many people can be in a great mood listening to murders and natural disasters and the economy and politics and all this stuff? How can you sit there and go and talk to somebody and be on? I know I can't. Maybe I'm weak, but I can't. I feed myself with the good word. I feed myself with the personal development. I feed myself with things that are going to make me better and thus make those around me better. That's who I choose. I feed myself with the national coach calls. I feed myself with positive information because that affects my attitude, and that's what I can control. Okay? So make sure you're doing that too, because you are now a business owner. It's your responsibility as a business owner to help those around you succeed. And make sure you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people, because believe it or not, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. You hang around with 5 fat people, you're going to be fat. You hang around 5 fit people, you're going to be fit. You hang around 5 broke people, you're going to be broke. Hang around 5 divorced people, you're going to be divorced. I told my wife to quit hanging around with the people she was hanging around. I asked her, I did. I asked her, so I didn't tell her she. I had to ask her. She tells me to do things. I have to ask her. Seriously, surround yourself with like-minded people. Why do you think I want to be around people like Pete? Why do you think I want to be around people like Tracy Morrow? Why do you think I want to be around people like Mark Briggs? Well, people who are successful. People that know what it takes to be successful. People who are confident. People who believe. I want to surround myself with those types of people because you know what? They make me want to be better. And that's who you should be surrounding yourself with. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who make you want to be better. That's why you're at Summit right now. Is because you want to surround yourself with like-minded people. Do that all the time. And if you don't, it's time to change your friends. And I hate to say that, but successful people do what non-successful people won't do. Okay, or unsuccessful, that's what I was. All right? So make sure you do that. Because